What was hidden inside this 4,500-year-old pyramid, standing 480 feet above the ground, that researchers had to send a robot with a tiny camera deep inside it, just to see what was there. As the robot moved forward, it suddenly stopped. A large stone slab blocked its way. Researchers believe that something mysterious must be hidden behind this slab, something buried for the last 4,500 years. And they were determined to uncover it at any cost. So they attached a drilling tool to the robot. The drill slowly carved a hole into the stone slab. Through that tiny hole, a small camera was pushed forward, and what it saw behind the slab was something no human had seen in the past 4,500 years. Welcome back to another episode of Amazing Facts. In Egypt, a total of 138 massive pyramids still stand tall. For thousands of years, they have endured earthquakes and violent storms. Yet amazingly, not even one of them has shifted from its place. Among these, the tallest and the largest is known as the Great Pyramid of Giza. The base of this pyramid covers such an enormous area that 9 football fields can fit inside it. According to studies, around 2.3 million huge stones were used in its construction, many weighing up to 50 tons. The total weight of the pyramid is nearly 6 million tons, equal to the weight of 12 Burj Khalifas. But what was the purpose behind building such gigantic pyramids? Thousands of years ago, when humans didn't even have proper tools, how did they level the walls inch by inch? How did they cut 50-ton stone blocks into perfect square shapes and lift them 480 feet high without cranes? What kind of engineers existed at that time who not only made the pyramid earthquake-proof, but also aligned each of its sides at exactly 51.5 degrees? You will learn all of this in today's video. So let's begin. Challenge number 1. Setting the perfect directions. For centuries, researchers wondered, how did the ancient builders align each side of the pyramid perfectly with north, south, east, and west, without a compass? Many experts believe that the architects first found a strong piece of land capable of holding millions of tons. Then, using polar stars, the stars used to determine Earth's poles, they marked all directions with incredible precision. No compass, no modern optical instruments, just basic astronomy. And yet the pyramid stands perfectly aligned even today. Challenge number 2. Leveling the ground. The land on which the pyramid was built covered 13 acres. If the ground was even slightly uneven, it would have been impossible to build a structure with 2.3 million stones. The ancient engineers had no laser tools, so how did they level such a huge area? Experts believe they built small trenches around the site and filled them with water. By matching water levels on all sides, they determined which areas were uneven and smashed down high spots using chisels and hammers. Some also believe they used a simple leveling tool, 2 wooden arms with a stone hanging in the center by a rope. If the stone touched the marked center, the land was perfectly level. Challenge number 3. Cutting massive stones. To construct the pyramid, they needed massive limestone blocks. But they had no grinders, no cutting machines, and no diamond tools. Yet they still managed to cut 50-ton stones with precision. Experts believe they used copper tools mixed with arsenic, creating a harder alloy. By repeatedly striking chisels and hammers made from this alloy, they shaped huge blocks into perfect squares and rectangles. Challenge number 4. Transporting 50-ton stones. The limestone quarries were located nearly 250 kilometers away in a city called Tura. Each stone weighed 50 tons, the weight of about 3 passenger buses. Even today, transporting such heavy blocks would cost millions. So how did they do it thousands of years ago? Surprisingly, they used boats and the nearby river. Large wooden ships carried the stones from Tura to Giza. Experts say at least 500 workers must have been involved at a time to load and unload these massive stones. Challenge number 5. Lifting stones to 480 feet. Cutting and transporting stones was only half the job, but the biggest question remained. How did they lift 50-ton stones to such great heights? Many experts believe the builders used either a spiral ramp around the pyramid or long zigzag ramps. With thousands of workers pulling ropes, they dragged the stones upward step by step. Challenge number 6. Cutting the hardest stone on Earth. Inside the pyramid are multiple chambers and passageways. But what shocked experts the most was that the inner chambers were not made of limestone. They were made of granite. And granite is one of the hardest stones on Earth, second only to diamond. Even modern machines struggle to cut it. So how did the ancient Egyptians cut granite so perfectly 4,500 years ago? After years of research, experts discovered that they used a special toothless saw. They placed heavy weights on both sides of the saw, added sand and crushed stone in the middle, and moved the saw back and forth. This grinding process could take 4 months just to cut a single block. But the biggest mystery still remains. Why were the pyramids built? How many workers built them? And what exactly did the robotic camera see behind that secret stone slab? Something no human had seen in 4,500 years. All of this, as the tiny robotic camera slowly moved deeper into the narrow shaft, its lights flickered against the ancient stone walls. The world held its breath, waiting to see what had remained hidden for almost 4,500 years. Behind the drilled hole, the camera finally entered a small, sealed chamber, no larger than a closet. The air inside had been untouched since the age of the pharaohs. But what shocked the researchers was not what they expected to find. It was what they didn't find. There were no treasures, no writings, no symbols, just a completely empty, silent chamber. But the mystery deepened even more when experts noticed something strange. The walls inside were cut with such perfection that even modern machines struggle to achieve such precision. Why would ancient builders hide an empty room so deep inside the pyramid? Some researchers believe this chamber was never meant for humans. It was created as part of the pyramid's internal pressure control system, designed to protect the king's chamber from collapsing under millions of tons of stone. Others say it was a spiritual chamber, a place where the pharaoh's soul would pass through on its journey to the afterlife. And some believe it was simply a decoy, built to confuse tomb robbers thousands of years ago. But the biggest surprise came when scans revealed that this might not be the only hidden space. Behind the walls of the Great Pyramid, there are hints of many more unexplored chambers, still sealed, still waiting. Just like this one. If even one of those secret rooms contains untouched artifacts, it could completely rewrite what we know about ancient Egypt. But until those chambers are opened, the pyramid will continue to guard its secrets, just as it has for nearly 5 millennia. One thing is certain. The more we uncover, the more mysterious these ancient structures become. Were the pyramids only tombs? Or massive machines designed for something far greater? Were they aligned with the stars for religious reasons? Or were they part of a technological system we still don't fully understand? The truth is buried deep inside the stones, waiting for the next discovery. Thank you for watching this journey through time. If you want to explore the next hidden chamber, the truth behind the pharaoh's lost technology, and the real purpose behind the pyramids, join us in the next episode, because the mystery has only just begun.